Well, hi, everybody, and welcome into the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. Here we are, beautiful Cordwood Stadium, in our office with head coach and athletic director Sammy Burnett. Coach, how are you, sir?
Great, Carl. Beautiful day.
Man, it is a beautiful day. Man, the sun is shining, not a lot of wind. It's a perfect day. Let's can it up and save it.
Typical December the 8th day.
Hey, wait till tomorrow and Friday when it's 85 and 89,
Yeah.
and then Saturday when it's 55.
Yep.
We'll
Texas.
all be... Huh?
Texas weather, that's all that is.
And then we'll be sick by Sunday.
That's right.
From 89 on Friday to 55 on Saturday. Hey, we have a lot to talk about, including the UIL releasing its numbers this morning. And there's a little bit of movement in our area and in Class 4A. We want to talk about it in a few moments, and we will get to that soon. But let's start. And then we have some football picks. All right. Everybody got their picks ready?
Yes.
All right. There we go. And, Coach, you know, you're leading after the 2 rounds we've done, 32-6, not bad.
Think about that, Stuck.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Thanks.
Carl Wayne is 29.
Blind hog find an acre in there once while I right.
Carl Wayne is 29-9. Star is
Still in the game.
hey, I'm bleeding. Where does that come from? Did you cut me, Coach?
No, sir.
Man, where'd that come from? I must be getting old. I bleed.
Derek, so that's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Derek was not a participant last week. Not even a participant.
He got. It don't matter. I'm still ahead of him.
That's right. All right. So we got our picks, but let's do a little rewind here. Some high school basketball last night. Lady Lions and Lions looking pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations to the Lady Lions. They were victorious over Coleman. 51-31 is a good ball game throughout, and our ladies sort of got with it there in the fourth quarter and sort of ran away with it. So congratulations to Coach Hortz and those girls. Also to our JV, who were victorious as well against Coleman, and then our girls freshman team went over to Comanche and were victorious there. And then on the same side, on the boys' side, went to Lakeview and were successful. And the varsity wound up beating Lakeview 91-51. So everything had to end in with a 1 last night, 51-31, 91-51. So
1 was a lucky number.
and that was the scores. And then starting tomorrow, our Lady Lions 9th grade will be in the Zephyr tournament. That'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our varsity boys will go to the Ballinger tournament. That'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then our boys 9th and JV will go to the Hamilton tournament, and that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then on Friday, our Lady Lions varsity and JV will host Goldthwaite here at 5 and 6:15. So we got basketball going everywhere, but on Friday we got it going to Warren Gym. The rest are on the road traveling.
Let me tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I also wanted to remind everybody that at Gordonwood Stadium, it started at 4 o'clock with the JV and then 6 o'clock with the varsity. Coach Mosqueda and the Lady Lions soccer team will kick off their season with a scrimmage against Abilene Cooper.
All right, and that'll be on Friday, right?
That'll be on Friday, yes, sir.
All right, you mentioned the Lady Lions in Goldthwaite Friday night. Hey, the Goldthwaite girls are pretty good. That's going to be a good matchup for the
Yep.
Lady Lions. I think they're unbeaten, as a matter of fact.
Goldthwaite girls?
Yeah.
Yep, they're always pretty good. You know,
Solid.
it's amazing how a lot of the smaller schools are really successful in basketball. They spend a lot of time there. So sometimes people think you play in a smaller team that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's really actually worse on you sometimes. But those smaller communities really do a good job of playing a lot of basketball.
Well, ask our Brownwood Lions boys about that, facing Live Band and Toller, two powers of their classification, no doubt. But they had a good game last night.
Yes, they did.
Put together, I think they had 5 players in double digits scoring last night, but 5 or 6. Good night for them. A lot of tournament action. Hey, you went to the Super Bowl this morning, so to speak.
I did. I went, and Coach Brown did an amazing job with those 6th graders. He does a great job with everybody, but the organization it takes to put that thing together and to have them draft and to have a league and set them up when they're coaching, you know, that's not done by him. He sort of gives those kids the freedom to come up with a playbook and to be creative in what they do. I got to talk to him this morning and sort of give them, you know, a little responsibility in their success and all that, which is neat. But got to go out there. The band was there, Mr. and Miss Lambert there with the band. They were awesome. The whole Coggin Intermediate was there, kids cheering. Got to see Leighton a little bit 'cause she's a 4th grader, so she was there. So it was all in all a great atmosphere. Thank Pecan Valley officiating crew for being there and calling the game for them. And they were decked out in their black and whites, and it was an official event. And the maroon team was victorious over the Chiefs. The white team was the Chiefs. The maroon team was the Lion, and Lions sort of ran away with them with it in the second half. even though Coach Jones and myself really try to talk up the Chiefs and give them a halftime inspiration, it wasn't too inspirational because they sort of ran away with it. But all in all, great effort. Those kids were fun to watch. Some great-looking kids in that.
And what age group was that?
That was the sixth graders.
And those kids will be some of them junior high football.
Well, now those were 2 of 4 teams that they had this year. So even the Chiefs, the white team, had to defeat 2 undefeated teams to make it to the Super Bowl. Wow. So you got to tip your hat to the efforts that they put out. So all in all, it's a great community event.
Star reminded me a while ago that I changed shirts. I had my Lion Pride shirt on this morning. I don't know how I ended up with this one here. Thank you, Dr. Bird, for the 3-year-old T-shirt that I had.
Yeah, man, 2018.
Well-oiled machine.
You're on top of it, baby.
All right, anyway, that's what that's all about in case somebody's watching the video and was wondering when Dr. Bird used to go do that bicycle tour every year for a great cause. All right, UIL releasing its alignment numbers this morning. It's not, of course, district realignment, but it gives you an idea of where you might be this coming year. Brownwood stays Division I, Class 4A. So you've been looking at some of the 4A numbers. What do you think?
What it does for you, and they used to not do that, but now what they do is at least let you know what classification you're going to be in so that you can work on your schedules and try to make that work, which it does a great job of that. And there's a lot of teams in our region, 4A Division I, that are going up to, to 5A Division II, such as Melissa, Argyle, Terrell. There's another
Heritage?
one, Heritage. Those schools going up, and there's a couple that are dropping down. And then you look at Region 1, there's 3 teams going down to 4 Division 2, and there's 3 El Paso schools dropping down from 5A to 4A to be in that District 1, and then you see Canyon Randall's dropping down, along with the largest school in 4A will be Wichita Falls High. So they're moving around. Estacada's coming up. Hershey's going down. So it's all over the place. So to try to determine where we're going to be and how it's going to be it's just too difficult for me. We'll spend some time. It's fun sort of trying to figure it out, but every time I think I got it figured out, I'm proven wrong. So the scenario that I see people talking about is, for us, real simply, us staying where we're at and moving China Springs in replace of Heritage. But who knows? I mean, you got to look at Region 3 and Region 4 and the movement that's has to go on around there, and they'll figure it out, and they'll put us where they think we need to be, and we're just going to have to try to be prepared for whatever that may be, and be excited about the opportunity. I know that early drop down classification along with Bangs. I think it worked out pretty well for early, but maybe not as much for Bangs. If you look at the possibilities of who they may be playing, but those are great coaches both sides, and they'll do what they got to do to get their kids ready, just like we're going to do. And it's out of our hands. There's nothing we can do. All we can worry about is today and what we can do today to get better for tomorrow, and do that. And I know that those 2 coaches are doing the same thing, and come February 1st, we'll figure out where we are for sure for the next 2 years.
That's right. Very much anticipated day right there for sure. And, like Brownwood always is, we're going to be at the end of one of those. We could go to either region, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
We could. It just depends on, the way that the districts align and how they do it. They start from the outside and work their way in is what they do. And we're sort of right there in the middle of it. I mean, it looks easily like we could go west, but we could stay in where we are. We could go south. You don't know. We go any region, so we'll see what happens.
Well, if you read Dave Campbell, he's got us going Region 1, but of course Dave's already missed some of the other predictions already. So,
the surprise to me was, and there's a reason why I thought the cutoff would be around 900. It was actually 880, and there's reasons for that, so that there's not some movement or whatever to try to sustain some of the other, whether it was 6A or 1A or whatever it may be. There's reasons why that number was 880 instead of 900. So be interested to see what they do.
Yeah, Wichita Falls now in 4A Division 1, and Abilene High drops to 5A Division 1. I thought that was a surprise, but Derek tells me that a lot of people expected that.
Right.
And then Cooper goes to 5A Division 2. So them and Wiley will probably end up in the same district.
That'll happen. You got Estacada, teams like Estacada coming up and Hershey going down, those kind of things. You got Mineral Wells going up, so that whole group with Lake Worth and Decatur and Springtown and Mineral Wells, they may go Region 2. Who knows what they're going to do, because they're closer to that other district with Salina, who is coming back up, and that Paris area. They're closer to that. You'd think that makes a little bit of sense than sending them way out west, but I really don't know what's going to happen.
You know, you think about Hershey, they've been in Region 1. Wichita Falls dropping down. You know, they could move them into Region 1 and keep, who knows? We'll find out.
February 1st, we'll all know.
February 1st. All right, but it's kind of fun to speculate, though.
Yeah, it's stressful. Depends on what chair you're sitting
Well, you
in.
mentioned earlier, I know Derek talked to Coach Price earlier, and he's actually excited about that.
I bet he is.
You know, he's not going to be in Brock and Jim Ned in those schools. It's more, and no
offense,
nothing
it's
against
fact,
these schools,
yeah.
but Comanche, Dublin, Ballinger, maybe even TLCA drops down to 3A Division II. Wall is dropping down.
Yeah, it's no knock on them. It's just the fact that you're sitting there playing number 1 and number 2 in the state. I mean, it is what it is.
It is. And then bangs to 2A Division I. Ouch. Well, you got Cisco and Colburn and San Saba, and I know we're missing some Mason. That is, to me, 2A Division I is one of the toughest in all of high school football. When you look at teams like Shiner and some of those, Hawley, unbelievable region. All right, where are we going now? Picks. Well, we're still thinking about the realignment. You ready to do some picks?
I'm
Coach?
ready.
We got round 5 of the high school football coming up. But we're going to do all of these. Have you got time?
I got time.
We're going to start with 6A Division I, where South Lake Carroll is taking on Duncanville.
I'll take South Lake Carroll.
All right, I'm going with South Lake Carroll. Star?
Here we go.
Star goes with Duncanville.
There you go, Star.
All right, you're Owen. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Carroll's pretty strong. Galena Park North Shore and Lake Travis.
You gonna pick this one?
You know what? I just got a hunch about Lake Travis.
I
They're
do
on the
not.
roll.
I'll take Galena Park North Shore.
Star?
Lake Travis.
What would Derek say?
Tell him,
What
Derek.
is it Derek thinking?
Star, are you keeping your own sheet?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, Division II, 6A, Denton Geyer against Tomball.
Tomball.
You're going with Tomball.
I am.
All right, I'll go with Geyer.
Gosh, darn it, you do. Geyer.
All right.
Be on the
I
same
am stretching the lead is what I'm doing, Stucky.
Yeah, it sure seems like it.
Here we go.
All right, let me see. We've got 2 unbeaten teams in the other semifinal. Katy and Westlake, both 14-0.
I'll tell you, one of them will be defeated after this next
I'm picking
week.
the opposite of you.
I will pick Westlake.
I'll go with Katy.
Here, man, I am running amok is what I'm doing.
Hey,
Lake.
have you seen lately
There you go,
what
Star.
Have you seen what Katy did lately?
Have you seen Westlake and what they did to a very
Yes,
good
I
Vandergrift
did.
team?
I did.
77-7.
Unbelievable.
Good night, nurse.
Yeah, I probably missed that one.
Probably.
In 5A Division I, we've got Mansfield Summit and unbeaten College Station.
I'll take College Station.
Me too.
I'll take the other one.
She's going with Summit. You keep it up. How about the other one, Katy? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Pato and Corpus Christi Flower Bluff.
Oh, he got soft on that one. I'll take Katy.
Yeah, me too.
I'll take Flower Bluff.
Division II, 5A, Lubbock Cooper and South Low Cliff, both with 1 loss.
Loke.
South Oak Cliff.
I'll take South Oak Cliff.
I'm going with Lubbock Cooper. There we go. How about the other one, Crosby and Liberty Hill?
I'll take Crosby.
Boy, I did see what Crosby did last week. Man, I'm going with Crosby too.
Good job.
Man. All right, 4A Division I.
Stephenville.
Yeah, Stephenville and Hershey. Who?
Stephenville.
I'll never pick against Stephenville again.
Good football team. They'll be playing Austin LBJ in the state championship if you want me to jump to the next
All
one.
right, so I'm going with LBJ. And Tyler Chapel Hill Star.
Oh, they've lost 3 games.
They
Yeah,
have.
but you got to know who they played, Star.
Yeah, but I'll go with them.
Who?
Tyler.
Stephenville and LBJ meet. That's 1 and 2 in state. That'd be a heck of a ball game to watch.
Yes, it will. But we've already had that happen several times with number 1s and number 2s
We-
meeting up. And
We have.
ironically, number 1s have been knocked off.
They have. Let's go Division II, Salina and Gilmer. Oh, man, pick them right here.
It's a tough one. It's a
I'm
tough
going
one.
with Gilmer.
I'm going with Salina.
All right.
It's a tough one.
Gilmer.
That could go either way.
All right. Here's your China Spring Cougars in Cuero.
Since they missed last week, I think the China Springs going to have a little turkey for Thanksgiving, and they're going to whoop up on the Gobblers.
I'm going with China Spring.
Yep.
Go with the other one.
There you go, Star. All right, 3A Division I, 2 14-0 teams, Brock and Mount Vernon, former home of Danny Don Meredith.
That is true. That's going to be a good game, but I'm going with the Brock
Me
Eagles.
too. Boy, Brock just looks like a power.
Yeah, I got to see them firsthand. They're pretty good.
Yeah, after what they did to Whitesboro last week. All right, the Star goes with Mount Vernon. We know. How about Lorena? And
That could be a good pick, Star, by the way.
It could be. Lorena and Lago Vista, the other semifinal there.
Lorena.
I got a hunch about Lago Vista. What about you, Derek? What would you say?
Derek is pleading the fifth over there for good reason.
Star, who you going
He doesn't
with?
want to he don't want to embarrass you on the air.
She's going with Lorena.
That girl,
No, I
Star.
do that all the time.
Oh man, division. This would be.
You never told us who you're picking.
I'm picking Lago Vista.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's a game that I would like to watch. It's Lubbock Roosevelt, 460 rush yards a game. Gunter averaging about 420 rush yards a game. Both 14-0, and they're playing in Abilene at ACU's Anthony Field. That would be a game to go watch.
Gunner going to smoke them.
Do you think so?
Yes, sir.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
Don't let him do it,
You know, I think Gunter's probably got overall the better offense, throwing
Gunner's
game.
good. And here's the other thing. Jake Frizzell's the head coach at Gunner. He's done a great job there. If you've ever been to Gunner, there's not much to it, but he gets everything he's got out of those kids. Those kids know how to win. They've been doing it for the last 10, 15 years. When they get to this round, this area, they know what's going on. I think they'll just have the edge over Lubbock Roosevelt, even though if it may be, even if it's not a match game athletically, I think their experience is just going to calm them and they're going to just do what they do.
All right, I'll go with Gunter then. You talked me into it.
Yes, sir.
And
Talk
start.
me out of it.
Guards,
I
guard.
love it.
All right, the other semifinal there is Wascom against Franklin.
I'll take Franklin.
Me too, Franklin
Wascom.
and Grant. All right, let's go to 2A Division 1. We know a little bit about Holly, 14-0, but Marlin, 11-3, but they had the big win over Mart last week.
No, they didn't play.
I mean,
Mark.
not Mart. They beat Crawford.
They beat Crawford. I will take. I'm not gonna. I may be not too bright, but I'm brighter than some. So I'm not going against Holly this time. I'm taking Holly.
Wow.
That's good. That's a good choice. I'm
You
going
know-
Holly. I lost a point.
Last time, and
They won, and I didn't, and I
That-
lost a point, so I'm taking them.
But Marlin beating Crawford, that was pretty impressive last
was.
week. I'm going to go with Marlin.
Good pick.
Sorry, my
That's a
Holly
good pick.
friends.
That's a good pick.
All right, the other one, two unbeaten teams, and I know who I'm picking, Timpson and Shiner.
Yeah, You're picking both of
I'm
them.
picking Shiner.
I'm picking Shiner as well.
I think Shiner's going to win that division championship, just going out on a limb. All right, let's move on here to 2A, Division 2, Stratford and the Albany Lions.
I'll take the Lions.
Me too, Albany and Coach Faith. That means Star goes with Stratford.
right.
All right, Mart and Falls City, 14-0, 13-1. Mark.
Yeah, they're going to win by 3 touchdowns at least,
Yeah, I think
and they'll
Mart's
go on to
gonna
win the state championship.
So you're saying Mart and Albany will meet next Wednesday, the 15th, at 7 o'clock in AT&T Stadium.
Yes,
Pretty
sir.
good since we got knocked out last week, Carl.
Well, that was somebody. That was Crawford. I get my Crawfords and my Marts mixed up. Who are you going with, Star? Falls City?
Yep.
All right, figure that. You want to go ahead and do the 6-man games, even though they're not for another week? We got Westbrook in May in Division 1.
You have West.
You got Happy.
That's not my sheet, Star. I don't know why they put Happy on it. Seriously. The Abilene Reporter News had Westbrook playing Happy in the state Division 1.
Well, I
semifinal.
have May.
Me too.
Get your news from brownwoodnews.com.
That's right.
If you would do what they did right here, just list all the games like that. All right, we're all going with May, right?
Yes.
And then the Division 2 state title game at 2 o'clock next Wednesday, Strawn and Motley County. You know what? I know who Derek told me he'd go with, but I'm going with Motley County because they throw the ball really well. Strawn is a running team. Motley County will stop the run.
So you're saying that Stuckley picked Strong?
He did.
That's what I'm going with.
Who?
Sean. Now you have to be the tiebreaker.
I bet a lot of our listeners don't even know where Motley County
I
is.
don't know.
but I do.
I don't know much about either one of those programs.
Motley County Matadors up there by Paducah. You're going with Strawn. All right, picks are in the book. We differed on a bunch of those, Coach.
I could hit a walk-off this week. I could be so far ahead that there ain't nobody can catch me.
Or I could catch you and pass you by 2 or 3 games. That ain't going to happen.
That ain't happening.
All right.
There's going to be a whole lot of upsets if that happens right there.
All right. Picks are in the book, y'all. And, again, good luck, Stephenville, Friday. Good game coming up. And there's some vested interest in Brock, too. So, Hey, go Eagles. All right. Hey, good show today, Coach. You got your schedule in. We talked a little bit UIL realignment, Grease classification. What else?
Let's thank those that make this show possible. Of course, Auto Glass Magic, Burner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bondman Company, Edward Jones Investment, Henrik Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter & Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez podcast, Weldon Western Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
All right, Coach, are you going to try to get out and watch anybody this week, or just trying to take it easy?
I got that new, it's not new, it's been around, that national football, high school football, whatever it is. It's easy to pay $10 a month or $11 and sit there on your couch and watch 3 games at one time. I had 3 devices watching games, which was pretty neat. I may do that, but yet I'm sort of enticed to head over to Shotwell Stadium and watch Lubbock Cooper and South Oak Cliff play.
That's right. They're
So
playing.
I don't know what I do, but I can still watch others on my phone is what's neat. So there's a good use for technology.
There is. And, of course, Anthony Field has that Gunter game going on. So a couple of good games in Abilene this
That is
Friday night.
correct.
Well, Coach, whatever you do, be safe, and always appreciate you, and we will visit with you next Monday.
Yes, sir. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett here on the Coaches Show every Monday and Wednesday, yes, at this time here on KOXC 101.3 and the KOXC KBWD Facebook and KOXC.com. Been up since 3 this morning.